So these chickens think I'm playing. I'm not playing. I told them you know, we have to exchange rent for occupancy. So I told them if you don't lay eggs, you're gonna be living here on the streets. So they have officially been evicted, and they will be living on this grass in our backyard, wherever they want to be around the yard. See, they are scattered all over. They have not given us eggs in a month and a half. Well, egg, a lot of chicken owners right now are not getting eggs because it's kind of, well, it is winter time, but in Florida it's still a little bit sunny, as you can see. There's the sun right there. So, however, it is winter time, and a lot of chickens are molt. Ours were molting actually like started 2 months ago. They did not. I don't know if you guys used to see my videos. They didn't have any feathers, but now they all have feathers. The feathers are back on, so I think that they'll be laying soon. We just have to be patient. So, but a lot of them lost feathers on their back. That's called molting when your chickens lose feathers. So now that this chicken was bare, I'll say probably 90% of my chickens were bare. They lost their feathers, but the feathers are back now. So, and they say after the chicken get feathers back, you should expect eggs within a month to a month and a half. So I haven't really kept track. I just, but I'm hoping that, you know, we will be getting eggs soon. And they say to increase the protein intake. So I'm now feeding them at 20% protein, and I'm giving them mealworms every day. So I do give them mealworms in the morning, and I let them out to free range. That's what I call an eviction, free range. They've always free range. I'm just being funny. But let's see if we get. I'll keep you guys posted with that production. But right now, we're not. So and I told my kids that we have quite a good number of roosters. So the ratio to pens does not really equate. So roosters maybe they may turn into soup, or they might get relocated, or they may get, who knows. But it's just calming to look at the chickens and just watch them, and it's calming. That's what I have to say. It's relaxing, it's calming, it's zen, it's everything. Like when I feed the chickens, like I stop and I just stare at them. I catch myself just staring and just staring. So it's therapeutic. I don't know what you want to call it, but for me, it's therapeutic. And it reminds me of my great aunt. My grandmother's sister was a farmer, and every food was grabbed from the land. Okay, every food. Whenever we came to visit her, she'll, you know, somebody will run and chase 2, 3 chickens, and they'll go in the pot and we'll eat them. I used to eat meat. I don't eat meat now, but I used to. I grew up. I think that's why I don't eat meat. John says that's why I don't eat meat, because when he went home for the summer, he realized how much meat we eat back home. So in Botswana, so she was, beef was like every day. So we'll go for Christmas. Back home, like in Botswana, Christmas is like Thanksgiving here. We gather around food. That's when we eat and feast, and like family comes, they gather. Back then, things have changed nowadays. Families are getting smaller and smaller. Relatives are not, around as they used to be before. Before, like all the cousins used to come, uncles, everybody, you know, we used to gather, grandma, great auntie, cook, eat, and it's like what Americans do here, what we do here for Thanksgiving. But meat was always on the table, and they'll slaughter cows and goats and chickens. But my kids just want to see the chickens as pets and don't want anything happening to them. So if anything was to happen to the chicken, if it was to end up in a pot, they would not know. I would be the only one that knows. My husband wouldn't know either, but they would know after they finish eating it. So anyway, have a blessed day. Just wanted to share with you that this people, I call them people, my chickens. My chickens are outside. They'll be outside every day until I see one egg. Once I see an egg, then I'll return to buying a lot of expensive food. Right now, we're just gonna free range because my great aunt's chickens were always out. The goats, the cows, even, I mean, my dad has animals too. So when we were home in the summer, we went to Botswana in the summer, we went to the farm. We call it a cattle post in Botswana. I know here in America it's called, it's just farm, whatever. So so in the morning, the people that take care of your livestock, they would go and open the kraal. We call the pasture a kraal, K-R-A, I think L-L. You can look it up in the dictionary. So they open that, they let them out, and then they just go out in the wild. They know where to go. The goats, the goats and the cows, they go out there. They grass feed. They drink water. They know where to go for water and eat grass all day. And then in the evening, they come back. You know, we were waiting for the goats and the cows, and we had a bell. They wear a bell on the neck, and we had, and then they came, and then the people that take care of them, you know, count them, make sure they're all together, and then they close the doors for the kraal, and that's it. And they repeat and repeat. They grass feed. And if you have a ranch, yeah, then they'll be moving up and down in the ranch. But the ranch is not common yet, and that's what they do. The ranch is for rich people that they can afford the ranch, which they divide it up. And when we say a ranch, we just mean like a big amount of land, like maybe 40 acres, 100 acres, and you divide it up into like pots where you move the grass to grow and all that stuff. That's what we call ranch back home, which is the same thing here, but here ranch can mean living on 5 acres. So back home ranch we mean like nicely set up and divided up. So they like to follow me because they see me right now and stop eating my toes. They think I have food, but I don't. I gave them mealworms this morning and we're good to go. Bye, chickens. I was just saying hi. It's beautiful outside. I hope you make... So, and the reason they don't lay eggs again in the winter season, they say it's because the hours are short. So chickens need a lot of light, a longer light day. So we have to put light in the... I'm going to have to put a lamp in the run, so right there in the run, so, or the coop, so which I will do at a later date. So yeah, so, but anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys, that and we just found out that this Polish chicken, which I thought it was a hen, is a rooster. We're in trouble with so many roosters. So alrighty, have a beautiful day. God bless y'all.